I wasn't expecting to turn my potential playthrough of Tomb Raider: The Angel of Darkness into this sort of video series for my channel. When the remasters were on the way, Angel of Darkness was easily the one catching my eye. You had some saying how much they love it, others how much they hate it. Me right there, watching all of the interesting discussions, being like, I love the Legend trilogy, and I want to pick up a new direction to explore in with this franchise. Personally, the more I saw from the discussions, strong opinions on both sides with this title, all it did was allow for my interest to then grow and grow with it. In some ways, I felt like I needed to play it, compelled even, both from the good and from the bad. I do find myself naturally drawn to those sort of things. I am the type of guy that if there's a title just like this, I might be like, well, is it really that bad? Now, in some cases, that does lead to me playing games that end up being very, very bad, but this can also lead to finding some gems, while even flawed games overall still have something that I end up really enjoying, and maybe even loving. I think I might love this one, and for anyone watching these videos so far, it probably won't come to anyone's surprise too. Now, while some who probably saw this thumbnail and was thinking that this was going to be the next entry within this series, for that I am sorry if you're disappointed on that front, as I feel just as compelled to play this game and then talk about it. I felt in this situation I needed to do a video like this. I was also receiving a few comments here and there, with some asking if I was actually planning on doing this type of breakdown for the entire game, and sort of reporting on my process as I keep going. Like, was I going to do this for the entire thing? As I answered many of those comments, yes, I plan on doing just that, and I feel like here in this video I can elaborate on it a bit further. Big reason being is that while I love reading and responding in the comments, I think I present myself better in a video and audio format, more than with written words, which is why I'm doing YouTube and not a blogger. When I say this sort of just happened, I mean that. I had the goal of, yes, I was going to play Angel of Darkness, and of course I wanted to make videos on it, and I guess as many as I could, given that's what I do with my channel, but I didn't know what that would end up being. Again, I never played this game until now, so this is all fresh and new for me. I wanted to provide some insight into a bit of the process of how this was all born from. I try to make videos that are entertaining, promote discussion, and maybe even inform too. So I would hit a point in the game and then I would naturally just end up wanting to write. I would get the itch for this sort of thing, especially as I run this channel. It's how I need to exercise a skill of sorts. You dip into that creative side, and then you want to share how you feel about a particular thing with everyone who then wants to take the time to watch it. And depending on the game and situation, and honestly what comes to me, I will have more or less to say. But here with Angel of Darkness, it was bringing a lot out of me. Not because of the issues or the flaws of the game, but rather what it was doing really well. I find that making these videos have been an absolute joy. I don't know how I've attracted a lot of the attention from the Tomb Raider fandom, but for that I am still very, very grateful for it. So when making videos within this style, I am noticing it just allows me to sort of take everything in at a slower pace, and then honestly appreciate it even more. I would play a section and feel like, wow, I have to talk about this for X, Y, and Z reasons. Like when I completed the museum or even the earlier sections within the opening levels, or even the hub-like section. Those opening levels were killer, and yes, they had more linearity to them with how direct they were, and even being more like this direct roller coaster. But it had some really fun moments sprinkled throughout, meaning that they were a blast to play through, and then find and notice little things to really appreciate as well. Like how the game teaches the player through its design and environmental cues, where you have a thriller mystery-like tone, and that is something that was never seen or felt in any other Tomb Raider game before, or honestly after. The more I play the game, the more I see Angel of Darkness is this unique beast, and something in many ways to be marveled at. I am impressed a bunch while playing this, even more so when looked against many modern titles. You don't get stuff like this anymore, and it's just sad. For me, it's all new, fresh, and for a game with a high point of contention at times, well, I just want to talk about this title. And sure, I love building up titles that I connect with, especially if I see or notice how they deserve more attention. Angel of Darkness falls right into that for me. I think I'm under its spell, and I see what the developers were trying to do, and you can notice it from like the hub-like sections, the sense of exploration and discovery, along with even having the cool, more urban and modern-like settings to enjoy the tomb raiding action in as well. But then while the game makes you wait for it, you do get a nice stretch where the game feels like, this is much more of the classic Tomb Raider action that I want, especially at that expansive tomb part, with even its own set of individual mini challenge rooms and areas sort of making up that bigger area. It's a mystery thriller and still an action-adventure treasure hunting game, and to me, I just think it's all awesome. So yes, how I touched on in this video, I am finding so many things to appreciate, and this right here is sort of why I'm doing the play-by-play kind of experience, going through this game. Another bit of insight with the channel is that while I do like doing reviews and such, and I still do them of course, I do prefer just being able to discuss a game, whether that be the whole thing or even just a piece of it. Feeling like I need to fit traditional formats is not really a thing I want to do. I am sort of just trying stuff out and exploring because who knows, I might find a way that I prefer to deliver my commentary better, along with something many of you enjoy watching more. So I try not to confine myself with the creativity and discussions to something that just fits in a box, but rather trying out different methods and seeing how to then tweak and then try something different. I feel like naturally with something like Angel of Darkness as I was playing it, I'm like, okay, I have so much to say. Why not focus on a few points and then deliver it in a concise as possible package and then work on the next piece to deliver that to all of you. I also find this current format to be a really good way to be able to take it in and appreciate the smaller elements that might get glanced over in a more traditional review. Honestly, if I really like or dislike something, you all know that I'm probably going to talk about it more than once. And in cases like this, I really love spending a lot of time building up titles, and this right here is an example of just that, because I'm loving it. It's really turning into such a delightful time here. So probably the next video in this sort of series will probably be me either discussing the museum or the dig site and the tomb going further. I know fans are all over the place when it comes to this entry, and I get it too, even though I'm in the camp that's really enjoying it. It has flaws, and I won't shy away from that either. So yes, expect more to come with Angel of Darkness. I do not plan on stopping anytime soon with all of it. I'm really enjoying the game, making these videos, and I'm glad that many of you are watching them. So again, thank you so much for all of that. Let me know if you're enjoying this style of video, and if you are, let me know why, and if you aren't, let me know why as well too. What are your personal thoughts on this game and its remaster? Let me know all of this in the comments down below. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you can help to keep this channel going strong, and this allows me to be able to do more for my awesome audience. Please check out the links in the description and pinned comment for ways to support the channel. And most of all, thank you very much for watching.